Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, guys, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is closing old cycles. So, old stuff is getting closed out. I would say that's a good thing. Yes, I would say that's a very, very good thing. Lots of different potentialities are being brought forward during this eclipse period. I'd say it's a very good thing. I feel a massive shift in the right direction, in the direction of healing change, in the direction of us being able to let go of the things that have weighed heavily on us, things that haven't been resolved, things that really, it just needs to be done, right? It just needs to be finished. And I think for many of us, we're finding the courage to finish off these cycles. We're finding the courage to speak up. And in that speaking up, that's exactly how we're closing out these cycles. That's how we are allowing ourselves to finally let go of the yuck, right? The yuck. Okay, I'm just getting some cards ready, guys. Getting some cards ready. I slept so good last night. It's ridiculous. I slept so good. I slept so good. I was finally able to close out a chapter that has been really needing to be closed for quite some time at this point, quite some time. And it's definitely something that I'm very, very happy about. I'm very, very happy about it. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think one of the things that we kind of need to hear and need to know for many of us, the things we walked away from in the past, things that maybe were designed to hurt you and break you, situations where it was so unfair to you. I think you're going to be given the opportunity to see how the individuals that were involved in that, they're realizing they've always needed you. It's never been you that needs them. It's never been you that was getting the short end of the stick just because you walked away. I think you made a very powerful decision walking away all those years ago. And you need to just hold your head high and allow yourself to continue to move forward in your journey. It's important. Okay. Let's see. These cards are speaking some good stuff. This is confirmation. For me, this is confirmation. So we're in spring. Last winter, just a few months ago, there were things that were really getting out of hand, it seems. There were things that were really getting out of hand, and you were getting very, very stressed out over it. These are things that were intended to stress you out, intended to make your life go upside down. But instead, you went ahead and you flexed some of your magic. You went ahead and you allowed yourself to step into this space of recognizing how freaking magical you are, how unstoppable you are. Just that allowing yourself to recognize this is not going to stop you. It might have been challenging. It might have gotten you feeling some type of way, but it's not going to successfully stop you. That's the very thing that contained whatever this is. You didn't realize the containment was happening when it was happening, but now it seems like, you're starting to see how everything is playing out, how everything fits together, how your life is pushing you forward in such a way that it doesn't even feel like you're being pushed at this point. It feels like you're being very gently, very lovingly invited to move forward, and you're choosing to. I love that. I love that. Keep choosing you. Keep choosing your healing. Keep speaking up. Keep owning your space. I love that. I love that. Keep doing more of that, okay? Um, so whatever this is, whoever this is, this thing that you are dealing with, they're going to try and create another situation. It's not going to come to fruition. Nothing is going to come of it. You know why? Because you are not going to allow it this time. You are not going to allow it this time. Hell no. Hell no. Dedicate yourself to blocking all avenues that will try to be utilized to regain access to you. Hell no. Hell no. You guys have seen me as I have been expanding my reach a little bit, really no longer fighting my process. You guys have seen me share here and there how this and that from the past tried to pop its head back up. And nope, hell no. Put the lid on the jar. Leave they asses in a jar. Leave they asses in a jar. Yeah, no, hell no. Not going to let any of that in. Not going to allow it. And as I've done that, I've dedicated more of my energy to really developing myself, cultivating myself, and giving myself the permission to focus on my forward movement. It doesn't matter what direction. All that matters is I continue to allow myself to move forward in life. And that's really all you have to do. You don't have to have some, master plan of how you're going to do this, how you're going to do that. You just need to give yourself permission to do it. Allow yourself to. So expect powerful change. Communication is key. Some things are not going to change. And the change you're seeking comes from your realization that it's time to just move on from it. It's time to just really let yourself carry forward. You don't need to wait for someone else to heal. You don't none of that. Recently, someone from the past, a very yucky thing from the past, tried to reinsert itself into my life. And I was like, no, no, hell no, hell no. As a matter of fact, you owe me an apology. Oh, and they couldn't say anything after that. They couldn't say anything after that. You know why? Because as much as certain people want to present themselves as having been changed, as having evolved, not everyone is capable of change or evolution. Some people just evolve in their ability to mimic others, but nothing has actually changed. Nothing. And let's take this a step further. Sometimes, even though someone has changed, good for them, but they don't belong in your life. Allow these old cycles to truly be closed out. You're not going to close out these old cycles by continuing to allow the same characters to come forward and hold space in your life, hold space for them to be able to do whatever they're planning to do this time around. I had to learn that the hard way. That just because I have the type of heart that can move forward, truly move forward and not hold something against you, doesn't mean other people have that same capacity of being able to move forward and not repeat the same cycles, right? Communication is key, but again, it's in reverse. You really want to close out those old cycles? No more communication. There's nothing that needs to be talked about. You know, and the other person knows what they did to you, how it affected you. And some people might be like, well, Emmy, how about how it affected them? No, no. The people that I'm talking to right now, the people that are actually being addressed, the people that this message is for, you are the very people who always considers everyone else before yourself. That's enough. That is enough. You matter. You matter. It's time for you to be your priority. That is enough considering other people and how they feel when they are the ones who created the ugly circumstance for you to begin with. Yes, you co created that with them by allowing it. Mhm. You did. So you're not completely innocent in that, right? But at the same time, we're not going to sit here and glaze over the fact that you were done so dirty for no reason other than because you allowed it. That's not okay. Your needs matter. And it's time for you to get to the part of your healing where your focus is you. It needs to be that time. Okay. Show the world the real you. Show the world the version of you that is your most authentic self. Show the world how willing you are at this point to speak up for yourself. Show the world what they need to see. And that is you being a sovereign. That is you no longer allowing. That is you being the formidable motherfucker that you are. One thing I learned, and I've had quite a few life lessons. I have. One of the things that I learned that was so ridiculously powerful. A lot of the things that I lived through were things I lived through because of the fact that I went out of my way to play small. I went out of my way to hide myself, my power over myself, in order to make more comfortable the very people who would then later use that me playing small thing against me, to hurt me, to harm me. I don't mean accidentally. I don't mean unintentionally. I mean on purpose. Oh, all those people thinking that just because I'm Piscean and that I speak softly and I'm so ridiculously patient, I'm so generous, so helpful, so loving, they thought picking on me would break me. All it did was erode away that caricature of myself that I presented to the world as me. That's not me. That is not all that I am. I am still absolutely patient, absolutely kind, absolutely compassionate, and beyond generous with myself, my time, and my resources. But that is not all I am. Just like you, I had to go through a process to realize I am fucking formidable. I am fucking unfuckwithable. And also very kind, very patient. I'm a whole being. And now I exist as such. And now this is a time for you to begin choosing to exist as such as well. You can still be a nice person. You can still be kind, right? You could still be very, very kind. But pair kindness with discernment because not everyone is deserving. Not everyone is worthy of the type of kindness you are trying to show them. You have to stop seeing your wounds in other people and doing for them what you wish someone would have done for you. You see, you do for them what you wish someone would have done for you because you're afraid still to do it for yourself. I think the largest part of my healing is giving myself permission to very powerfully defend myself at the depth I'm willing to defend everyone else. I deserve that too. I deserve to do that for myself as well. So do you. Do it for yourself. Defend yourself. Remove yourself from environments where you consistently have to defend yourself. There's no point in that. You deserve to exist in spaces where you can exist in a peaceful way, in your most authentic state, with minimal conflict, right? We're not trying to be completely devoid of conflict because that's an unreasonable goal. It's unattainable. And in order to have that, or the perception of that type of experience, you're going to have to compromise aspects of yourself or maybe even your integrity. It's not worth it. So let's aim for minimal conflict and especially no unnecessary conflict. Nothing is yet set in stone, but it's in reverse. There are some things set in stone. Your healing, your growth, your rise from the deep. You are exiting out of the belly of the beast, having slain it from the inside out. Ooh. Mm. I think you're ready. I think we are ready. I think this awareness of our level of readiness for the next part of our life has come after the start of the next part. The next part has already started. You're already in it. You're already in it. And yes, there's a lot of talk about the scary things regarding this eclipse and yada, yada, yada. And I'm seeing this as a really beautiful period. I'm seeing this as a really beautiful period. You know, we're in a Mercury retrograde right now. And the astro people will say that if you want something to not continue, you go ahead and initiate it during a Mercury retrograde. And that's a surefire way to make sure that whatever that is doesn't go any further. The two major points of contention in my life have been initiated and addressed during a Mercury retrograde at a time where stargates are already opening. I welcome the return of my previous kingdom. I welcome the return of aspects of myself that will further facilitate the return of my courage to be more of who I am so I can accomplish more of what I'm here to accomplish. And I hope you're feeling the same way about yourself. See, when I talk about myself, it's not just me talking about myself. It's me recognizing that I can very powerfully serve as a template for you, not to copy me, but to see the different potentialities of various options you might be considering. And that at the end, no matter what you consider, no matter what you choose, you can and will get through that circumstance beautifully. Beautifully. And maybe as you get through that, you'll be rubbed raw, or it will feel as such. In actuality, what's happening is the sanding down of the thickened areas of you that have prevented you from feeling the gravity of who and what you are. I can speak very freely about the gravity of me because I recognize we each have a gravity about us. We each have a profound purpose that no one person is more important than another. Even those demonic motherfuckers that try and create so much havoc, so much drama in your life and other people's lives, they serve a purpose. They serve a purpose that they are unaware of. They are used by soul to trigger you, their target, into a type of alignment that will cause you to elevate beyond your wildest dreams. All you have to do is let go. Drop the sandbags, and then you will gracefully rise just like a hot air balloon. I'm ready for that part. I'm genuinely ready for that part. You know, it's a scary process for most because when things go quiet, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because you've become so accustomed to the chaos, to the drama, to being put in such a difficult position. And then when it goes quiet, you begin to realize how sacred your peace is, how sacred that stillness is. You then have the opportunity to really see what it is you need to work on and the actuality of your purpose in this life. That is a beautiful thing. Your dreams need a practical plan. In order to create that practical plan, you need the silence, you need the stillness, you need all of that chaos and the drama to be kept away from you. And you will be the one to keep it away. You will not have someone step in and protect you. No, because that never helps you to begin realizing how powerful you are. No, it has to be you. You have to stand up. You have to say the words. You have to speak with authority over your life. It has to be you. Long ago, long time ago, when I was the unwilling recipient of so much cyberbullying, gang stalking, libel, slander, just all kind of really fucked up shit. I was just like, this really hurts. Yes, I told everybody, like, don't involve yourselves. Don't worry about it. It will blow over. Don't involve yourselves. Because there were people who were willing to stand up for me, who were willing to speak up, and I told them not to. And when they didn't, I was like, wow, it's almost like nobody cares that this is happening to me. Not true. There were many who cared, and I told them not to get involved. So they respected that because they respect me. They respected that request, and they didn't get involved. I look back and I realize I've always had this power inside me, this power over myself, that I command a type of respect that people will respect my wishes. The ones who love me the most, they will do as I ask, and they won't involve themselves if I ask them not to. And then I got to thinking a little bit more, and it's like, oh, I asked them not to get involved because I didn't feel like I was worthy of being loved in that way. And then I look now and it's like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the ways in which I've moved through life because I needed to experience the things that I've experienced at the gravity that I've experienced at the depth of hurt and isolation that I've experienced. I needed to, so that I could get to this point, the point where I'm at now, where I'm like, I will handle whatever life brings my way. I will do it without hesitation, and I will face everything head on. I will confront it. I will negate it until it is neutralized. And then I'll carry forward. And no, this time around, I will not tell the very people who love me the most and want to um, be there for me and support me and shield me from ugly things. I will not tell you to stop. Instead, I will simply express my gratitude for your presence in my journey. Thank you. Truly, thank you. Adjustments are required. No. You've already been adjusted by life. It's time to simply allow yourself to be. You've already been adjusted. You're already aligned. You're already in the proper mindset and the proper positioning. You're simply in the process of accepting that you are. These cycles are closing out. Let them close out. Do not try and hold them open. Do not try and force them shut. Let them do what they are designed to do. If you fiddle with that door, you will get your fingers smashed. Let these cycles close out. And whoever tries to force that opening to remain open, let them smash their fingers and their toes. That has nothing to do with you. Let that door close. Let it close. It's time. Your energy now needs to be focused on what you are building for yourself. Your energy now needs to be focused on whatever it is that you came into this life to fulfill. By the way, speaking of fulfillment, you guys, I want to celebrate with you. We're over 10,000 followers on TikTok. I can now create videos, series of videos, and have it organized in such a way. The info dump is about to happen. We're about to info dump. Okay, I just got a notification. Oh, oh. Okay, I accept this. Major change. Everything you touch turns to gold. Hmm. Just receive that message, you guys. Everything you touch turns to gold. And here's the thing, my mind doesn't go in the same way that most people's minds go. Most people would hear that and be like, oh my God, everything I touch turns to gold. I'm going to be rich. That's not where my mind goes. My mind is like, everything I touch turns to gold. Everything I touch, when it turns to gold, that means I am facilitating the return of that thing or that person back into a state of Christic consciousness. I love that. I love that. Returning back into a space of Christic existence, into a space of union between the self and the soul, a beautiful space where there is stillness, clarity, and peace. A type of energy that can and should be spread far and wide so that others may be inspired to return back to their space of golden as well. I love that. There's a second message. Hold on. Self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency. Ooh, another one. A healthy journey for you to shape. Hold on. I need to. A health journey that's yours to shape. Ooh. Ooh. Your power is being given back to you. Your power is being given back to you, and you are being cleared to do with this whatever you please. The people who were used at one point to create adversity, struggle, and strife, they're being neutralized by soul. Do not allow them back in. Close that door, slam it shut. As a matter of fact, for the sake of dedication and thoroughness, right? Because dedication came up. Maybe it's time for you to move out of that mental house that allowed for them to be able to enter anyways. They don't need to know where you exist anymore. They don't need to know which of your mental houses you currently reside in. They just need to know you're no longer accessible. This is crazy. This is crazy to me. The way things are unfolding is so ridiculously beautiful. Some people would see it as drama and strife. Not me. Not me. Although other people have had the intentions of creating drama and strife for me, I don't care about their intentions. I receive this as a necessary impetus, that push, that trigger to get me to willingly enter into that next part that I'm already immersed in. It's like this visual of being a brand new fish in a plastic bag. You know, those clear baggies they put fish in when you bring them home from the store? And having that plastic bag of water and fishy inside, placed in the tank. You're already in the new space. You just perceive yourself to be separate from it. And that moment is temporary. That moment where you are still in the bag, but now in the tank, it's temporary. It's done simply to get you to adjust, to acclimate you to your new environment so that you don't get shocked by the change in temperature. It's amazing. If you can see your life and your circumstance and the reality of what's happening. So I'm a little fishy in a plastic bag, already placed in a gorgeous tank that's been designed just for me. Every detail, from the type of coral to the filtration system to the type of light that's used, everything was designed to showcase the beauty inside me, the beauty of my existence. And all I have to do is just swim around and be myself. Oh my God. uh, I really like that. I really like that there's no trying anymore. There's no forcing. You just got to give it time to acclimate. And then the water from the tank will be allowed to mix with the water in your bag. And then the bag will be left in the tank just as it is, with the waters mixing, giving you time to choose to swim out and enter into your new environment with no shock. Ooh. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Life has been challenging, but I have no complaints. I have no complaints. Mm. I have no complaints, not because the challenges have been easy, but because I'm gaining a deeper perspective of why things had to happen the way they did and how it serves me in the end, without me having to compromise myself, my integrity, or any of that. All I have to do is just be. Mm. Life will be completely different by summer in a very powerful, very, very powerful, and very beautiful way. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. There might be a few more challenges. It's okay. Flow, flow. Ask for soul not to stop. Instead, ask for soul to give you clarity as to why you will be able to make it through and how this is serving you. Oh. As those old cycles close and your life is thrusted forward, thrusted into the proper spaces where you were designed to exist in, it's important to know the very people who thought they could destroy you, not only will they realize they were very sorely mistaken, they will also realize why it was such a huge mistake, a huge miscalculation to think that they could ever usurp the will of a sovereign soul. What you're living through right now are events that were hand selected by your soul to cultivate different aspects of you in order to prepare you for whatever purpose you are here to live. Look at the bigger picture, but it's in reverse. You're not seeing the full gravity of why things are happening for you. Instead, right now, you're currently in a space of seeing, perceiving that things are merely happening to you. You and your loved ones are safe. And because you don't realize things are happening for you, you're wondering if you are safe. You are questioning your soul's ability to keep you safe through a process that's been carefully orchestrated by soul itself. You need to allow this communication to come through from your soul so that you can begin to understand why this is a period of being provided for, provided the very experiences that are necessary to bring your inner world to your outer world, so the world at large can experience you in the way you were designed to be experienced. Oh, Lord. There will be moments where you will falter just for a little second. I had taken down a video, a Blu-ray video from the other day. Someone had done something to me during that live stream. I know it was, I won't say who. Someone had done to me something during that live stream, something intended to be malignant, which caused me to be triggered to speak openly about different aspects of myself and my soul. And I struggle, tremendously struggle, when it comes to acknowledging the actual gravity of me. I'm still not comfortable with it. Honestly, I'm not. I took it down. Michael had told me, you've been in compliance, you've been cooperative. If you're truly uncomfortable, take it down. So I did. And then wouldn't you know, I was live streaming on TikTok last night, and there was a situation that occurred. Another attempt, demonic attempt. And then that triggered me as well. And I began speaking openly about certain things, certain details of my soul, bringing the outer world into my inner world and allowing that outer world to encourage my inner to come out as well. And then I woke up this morning with the realization that is my truth. Why am I ashamed of it? That is the truth of the history of my soul. Why am I ashamed of it? I put the video back up. I put the video back up because why? Because I realized something last night in the middle of that controversy. In the middle of that controversy, as I released information, I realized it's time for people to understand the gravity of why they are drawn to me and the connection between our souls. It's time to allow that world within a world to be released from its prison, a prison made of walls of shame and guilt. There's nothing to be ashamed of anymore. There's nothing to be ashamed of anymore. Everything happened in the way that it happened because some part of me knew. Some part of me knew that if things went the way they did in that life, it would ensure that when I return, my people would be with me too. And that is what is necessary for the world to change. No, I'm not a messiah. I'm just a girl learning to love myself in all the places that I've lived, within my lives, within this life. I'm learning to accept myself. And everything's going to be okay. And I think I am nothing more than an externalized mirror of your own internalized process. Yeah, Right after that conflict, um, we surpassed 10,000. Yes. Sometimes all you need to do is acknowledge so that you can move forward. Sometimes that's all your soul is really asking you to do. Acknowledge what happened, acknowledge how it made you feel, acknowledge all these different things that you've been struggling to acknowledge, the emotions, allowing yourself to feel what needed to be felt, not going overboard, right? But communicating everything that needed to be communicated. Last night, I communicated things that cleared out the blockages that have been in place for quite a few years. Quite a few years. Holy shit. Wow. I've had a physical lump on my throat. On this side of my throat since 2017. That's when my thyroid crapped out on me and I got real sick. That's when the conflict with a specific individual was happening. And I never spoke on it, I never addressed them. And last night, that individual decided to come onto my live stream as though there was no issue, repeating the same demonic shit that I've heard someone else say before. And boy, oh boy, I cussed that motherfucking bitch out. I let that fucking bitch know your name is etched at the number one spot on my shit list. And you try and repeat those cycles with me, you won't stand a chance. I let them know that I believe they are trash, which they are. The amount of people they bring suffering to. And they try to use some holier than thou sentiments. And I wanted to get real savage and really call them out. Everything that I've never said, but I felt so deeply in my heart, like you are a horrible fucking mother to your children. And I know this from the experiences I've had with you. You are a horrible fucking female. The worst of the worst. And it takes a lot for me to have that perception of someone. And still I held back. I didn't say the things that were unnecessary. I said what needed to be said. And then I promptly removed them. I used to have a lump right here on the side of my throat. And it's not there anymore. And that ache that I felt in my thyroid for the past 2 weeks, just feeling a tremendous aching. I just realized this morning I woke up without that feeling. Wow. Clearly, for many of us, and I've said this before, for many of us, we hold our traumas in our body. We leave it there to fester because we don't want to address it. Things need to be addressed, and they will be when you're ready. They absolutely will be when you're ready. So do everything you can to prepare yourself. Do everything you can to prepare yourself for that moment where you just realize you've been healing yourself this entire time. People will deny the type of gravity they see that exists inside you. They will pretend that they are not jealous. They will pretend that they don't have a wish to be you, that they covet everything about you. They'll pretend. See past it. Be honest with yourself. See past it. When someone is like that, you need to cut them out. They will show you the signs. They will show you their intentions, the ways in which they have some wickedness in them when it comes to you. Don't make the mistakes I've made where you tell yourself you're just being mean. For example, and this is going to be ugly, guys. This is going to be ugly. But you need to understand the gravity of how far we go to convince ourselves that we are wrong, when in actuality, we are very accurate. There was this one person years ago. We were becoming friends because I felt bad for them. It seemed like they had no one. And that's always that's my Achilles heel, right? You have no one. Let me help you. Let me be your friend. Now I'm like, there's a reason you have no one. I'm going to leave that alone. Right. So this person, um, full of compliments, something felt off. My husband pointed out that it was off. And I'm over here. It's like, stop being mean. Don't be mean. And then after a few months of being friends, um, I was FaceTiming with this individual while I was working out. I was on elliptical and my phone got adjusted on accident and it showed more than just my upper chest on up. They were able to see my full torso. And I am a well endowed individual. I always have been. And they saw that. They screenshot it. And I was just like, that's so weird. What are you doing? And then they began to compliment my breasts. And I'm like, "Oh, that's weird. Stop being weird." And it's a female. So I didn't really think anything of it. And then this individual promptly took that screenshot to a surgeon and paid for a surgery to replicate my breasts on their body. And they told me. It's not an assumption. They told me. And I told myself, like, okay, girl, you made them so insecure because they saw your shape and, like, That's not weird. You triggered their trauma. Like, just be supportive, be a good friend. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's insanity. But I gaslit myself. I gaslit myself. They show you the signs. It didn't take long for that individual, just maybe a month, 2 months later, to really show the absolute fuckery that they're capable of. I've never in my life met a more toxic Piscean. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Because something clicked in their head, it seems, and this is an assumption on my end. I'll make that very clear. This is an assumption on my end. They felt inferior to me because although we were both skinny as fuck, I had huge breasts. I was a size 0 with a double, triple D cup, naturally. And when they got the implants and they had a similar silhouette, um, they suddenly felt like, well, I mean, we just have to remove her. I have the boobs now too. But you see, I'm not a walking pair of boobs. That's why I don't wear revealing things. I'm not a walking pair of boobs. People are not drawn to me because of boobs. They didn't factor that in. Yeah. And at that time, um, everything that I wore was a crew neck, underneath a zipped up hoodie with the sleeves all the way down to my thumbs. For years, I've been covered up tremendously. I'm not a walking pair of boobs. People will see you the way they see you, and they will covet what they see. And when they show you they covet something that is naturally yours, that's a red flag in the entire red flag company. Close that door unless you feel you need to go through that and learn that lesson firsthand. Some of us, that's how we learn. Some of us, that is how we learn. That's okay. But learn that lesson very well the first time. Do not repeat it. Do not repeat it. See, I made a mistake because after that, I cut them off. Soul said to deactivate my accounts, to take a break. I was overwhelmed because that weirded me the fuck out. And I deactivated my account and I let them know. I gave them the courtesy of letting them know, hey, I'm going to be silent for a couple weeks. Just want to let you know there's no drama. And they freaked out because their access to me was withheld. That's what initiated all of the fucked up shit that I had to endure for a couple years because of that person. It was because of that. It was because of that. And in my stupidity, I convinced myself that I have trust issues. So fast forward 6, 8 months later, maybe a year later, I reached out to them because I was like, they never did anything to me, which gave them full access to really do everything they did. You think I'm going to let you back in for a third time? You'll catch a motherfucking elbow in the face before I ever let you back in. Hell no. Hell no. And you know, the funny thing last night, there was a realization that took place within me. I really, truly am not that person anymore. The person that would allow any type of space to be occupied by those that I'm aware you have intentions to harm me. No. I'm really, truly in a place of living every word that I speak. And I'm fucking proud of myself. Because I told all of you from that point forward, several months ago, I will address everything head on. You come at me publicly, I will address it publicly. I will not hide in the shadows. I will not be quiet. I will face that shit head on. And I did. I did. I had a moment of pausing last night. I paused. Ah! Okay, I need to reach out to this guy. I need to thank him for all his confirmations. It says, get ready for your ultimate glow up. You manifested this, so do not run from it. I haven't even gotten a chance to watch Minnow Pond in like, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years. Just life's kept me so busy. I haven't gotten to watch any of his videos, but I swear to God, every time a notification of his comes in, it's just so perfectly timed. It is just so perfectly timed. If you guys don't know who that is, it's Minnow Pond Tarot. He's on YouTube. Ah, another notification. Facing and acknowledging my fears to overcome PTSD. Soul is just like validate, 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 validate. If y'all watch Minnow Pond Tarot, just be like, Emmy is super fangirling. Emmy is your fangirl. And if you're not familiar with him, go over to him. Go check out his videos. I love them when I get a chance to watch. Patience in reverse. Your soul is no longer capable of being patient. It is going to push your process forward. It's gonna happen for you. You're gonna be renewed. I know you feel exhausted at this point. You're gonna be renewed. Um, your renewal is gonna come after you sever the connection. Sever the connection between you and whatever these old cycles are, whether they're people, whether they're, like just no. They need to go. Fucking basura ass motherfuckers. They need to go. They need just they just just they need to go. Now, as they leave, there will be other people who will be allowed to step forward in your life. If you need someone to step forward, and balance will be created. Balance will be restored for you. This will be someone who is an equal to you. There's not going to be competition. There's not going to be comparison. They can celebrate your achievements. There's no jealousy, no none of that. Don't play with people like that. People who are reserved in their celebration of your accomplishments, but are super vocal when things are fucked up. And they're like, well, I told you, you should have done that. You should. Those are trash ass people. Fuck them, kick them to the curb. Kick them to the curb. You got to begin recognizing when people are only capable of bonding with you when there's drama. Those are trauma bonds. They don't want you to heal. They want you to remain in spaces where there is drama, because if you heal, you leave them behind, and they won't allow that. They absolutely will not allow that. Leave them behind anyways. Leave them on the curb. Create space for your actual people to enter, and be consistent about taking that trash out. Be consistent about taking that trash out. Do not allow it to percolate, lest you get decomp mold. Yuck. I'll give you guys one last card, because I must get ready for my class. For my class. He keeps coming back when you walk away, because you keep letting him know what direction you're walking in. Ooh, I love this entire reading. I love it. card number 44. 4 is a number of self. 4 and 4 side by side is you amplified. Weave the future golden. Something good is coming your way. Kuan Yin urges you to weave your future into the present moment, to call in and draw to you the opportunities, teachings, circumstances, and synchronicities waiting for you that will enable your soul to live its divine destiny with greater abundance, bliss, and creative fulfillment. Ooh. Ooh. Do you know how much the divine wishes to support and assist you in living your heart's truth this lifetime? Kuan Yin, with grace and compassion, wishes to help you ascend to the next level of your life expression so that your soul light may shine more brightly on the planet and help you and other beings to live with more heart and less fear. You can choose to live a life infused with the golden energy of peace, prosperity, joy, and creativity. A future so golden is being woven into your present moment now, like a tapestry with the choices and actions that you make in this moment. You call into being the divine golden tapestry of future bliss. Clever you. Kuan Yin is aware that there are opportunities and assistance waiting for you in your future embodiment. She wishes to assist you in drawing those future gifts into the present moment where they can be of most use to you. This oracle indicates that there is something special waiting in the wings for you. And if you wish to do so, you can receive healing and elevate your vibration so that you're able to receive it more readily. If you have been holding a secret wish in your heart, perhaps to publish a book, to be a healer, to teach or to write or sing, to attract a loving soulmate partnership, or to spiritually awaken at a deeper level, take a moment to feel what it would be like for that heartfelt wish to manifest right now. Can you imagine the joy of it? Can you also allow for that joy to be such a normal, ordinary occurrence that it could be part of your life right now? This is how you begin to weave that manifestation into this moment. Be bold, dream big, and imagine what it would feel like to live your dreams. Can you begin to cultivate those feelings now, irrespective of whether you see the manifestation in physical form or not as yet? Do it. Do it. Live that dream. Just live it, and eventually it will just be your life. I'm not saying fake it till you make it. Don't fake anything. Be real and be honest and live. Live the life that you choose. Sitting with joy in your heart, whether it relates to something specific or not, is magnetic to the good that the universe wishes to deliver to you. It's like switching your inner light on a higher voltage so the special opportunities perfect for you can find their way to you more swiftly. And if your great good comes in an unexpected form but still feels wonderful, accept it. Your future golden will come into your life in the most beautiful ways. And usually, if it is not exactly as we imagined, it is even more perfect for us. Woo! Yes, I claim this. I claim it. I accept it. I embrace it. I'm ready for it. I invite it. I call it to me. I welcome it home. There is room within me and around me for this to be brought to me. I'm ready for my life to be exactly what it is meant to be. And that is that. I have spoken, and that is how it shall be for me. Say all of that to yourself. Ah, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not even nervous anymore. I'm just ready. And I hope you're ready as well. And it's okay if you're nervous. I hope you're ready as well. And you allow, you invite, you embrace, rearrange your mental houses to be able to welcome this in and keep it with you for the entirety of your life. Ooh. Ooh, oh my God. Michael tells me there is a house within you, house made of love that exists within you, that until this point you have not realized what it is and where it is. And this thing that you are trying to welcome back home, it already lives there inside you. And all you have to do is have the courage to go on the adventure to find this that already exists inside you. Well, hot diggity dang. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. It's always been there. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I love this, guys. If you haven't already, oh, I didn't even share with you guys. Oh my God. Sometimes, girlfriend, sometimes. I'm going live tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to do the solar eclipse dragon fire event. If you would like me to do some type of energetic work for you that I'm offering tomorrow, if you need a reading, if you need a scan, whatever it is, go check it out. Click on that QR code, the link in the comment. Go check it out. I have expedites available already. They've been available for a few days. So, yeah. Yes. Excuse me. Find me on TikTok, you guys. I'm going to be starting my info dump project. And that info dump project is going to be an ongoing thing. I'm going to make a video on TikTok where people can ask me questions about certain things and I will respond to you via video. And then I will begin organizing them into series. You give me something to talk about, and I'll give you the answer you're seeking. The time for disclosure is now. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell and find me across all social media. I am Emmy Evolving across the board. Careful of the trolls and the clones. There is only one Emmy, and I'm sitting right here in front of you. I love you guys. I'll see you again very